Hey everyone, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show. Here's what's coming up on today's program from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 790 KFYO and online at KFYO.com. Of course, we'll continue to take a look at what's happening with the national political scene, Democrats and the Republicans. But something that a lot of folks in Lubbock need to start paying attention to, that would be your city council elections. We'll have Jared Hall in studio this morning in the 10 o'clock hour to talk about his campaign for District 2. It's a subject that we got into a little bit on the show yesterday, which was the attitude of voters here in Lubbock concerning local elections. You've got city council races, you have a mayoral election, and I just get the sense that a lot of people are, they don't really care about what's going on locally. And, well, that's a dangerous way to think if that's your thought process, if you're not engaged yet in what's going on locally. Big race for mayor, big race in a number of city council races, including District 4, District 2, District 1. Really need to start paying attention to what's going on in those races, because the next city council, with this much possible changeover at City Hall, this next council could really pass a bunch of ordinances that are not needed, not wanted, and really take this council in even a more leftist direction. Or this city council could improve and head in a more conservative direction, which would be nice to see. Yesterday, I watched some of the forums that were being held for the different campaigns, different offices there. I thought that there were some very interesting answers in the mayoral forum. I thought Dan Pope did extremely well in that, but so did Todd Klein. Todd Klein showing his knowledge from past years on the Lubbock City Council, but also Dan Pope saying, hey, here's what I bring to the table when it comes to things like budgeting, tornado sirens, and more. Dan Pope showed a pretty strong command of the issues. Todd Klein would fire back, though, and bring in some of the things that he did in the past that showed a more conservative bent on the city council, at least from his perspective. Some things that he did, like help shutting down red light cameras, the visitor center, etc. Some things that I think Todd Klein should probably speak more about in the race for District 4. We'll get into that. I look forward to seeing what people have to say about the race for District 4. I think it's going to be, right now, a pretty close race between Steve Mascale and Jim Girlt as those two candidates continue to attempt to separate from one another. But pay attention, folks in Lubbock. Pay attention to what's going on in city politics. It does matter. And everyone else out there watching, well, pay attention to your city as well and what they're doing at City Hall. Tune into the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. And, oh, yes, subscribe to KFYO on YouTube right below. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on the radio.